Dogs are being a little loud. I'm just gonna shut the door. Chocolate. I know, right? All right, so archived logs and transmissions. Arrival confirmation. It is my honor to report that Groundbreaker has successfully arrived at the Lagrange point, having released our cargo of prefab housing, settlers, and supplies at their intended colony worlds. May they prosper and expand. Now that stages 1 and 2 of the mission have been carried out, my family will take ownership of the Groundbreaker as specified in our contract, keeping the ship in active duty as an independent trading post, repair shop, and cargo bay. I'd be remiss if I closed this transmission without sending my hopes and best wishes back to Earth. There's so much ahead of us, but we'll never forget what we left behind. We'll never forget what we left behind. What's a stern reminder say? Some very rich and unsavory elements among our colonial neighbors seem to have the wrong idea about why I flew us out here. It wasn't for a 9-figure blood money salary and a Spacer's Choice logo stamped on my ass. It wasn't to nickel and dime passing ships out of their last bit. Groundbreaker has no role in the success or failure of Halcyon's corporate entities. Period. I negotiated that understanding and clearly outlined it in writing before I ever set foot on this ship. If anyone wants to dispute or compromise our independence, they'll answer to a Tennyson or a family operation. Even when the last Tennyson falls, Groundbreaker will remember us and defend its freedom accordingly. Do you think this is Junlei's dad? I bet that's Junlei's dad. Alright, where are they? Alright, come here, you little turds. Come here, you little turds. Oh, they're up there, too. I see you. Okay. Go stand near to something that I can blow up. Yeah? Yeah, I like that. Do that. Easy. Dead. But, Dad, it's Shark Week. Oh, my God. Is that a Step Brothers reference? Holy shit. It's been a while since I've seen that. Step Brothers. Was that hot? Or did I just get shot from somewhere else? Huh? I might have got shot there. Armor parts. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Dude, listen to this beautiful music.
Tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak past if you can. Shoot back if you need to. I can always fix them later.
Those radiators? I think they might be. Hi, Surprise. How's it going? Sorry, we're going to check out over here real quick and just make sure there's nothing to loot. Turns out there's stuff to loot. Mr. Ouch. Radiators. Radiators. If you get close to them, they do definitely burn you. That's exactly it. Rebecca says, so you and Meg are fighting the Ender Dragon tonight? Does that mean you're done with Minecraft and we'll move on to a new co-op game? Or will you keep playing it? I'm guessing it's very possible to just keep going, yeah? So here's the deal. Great question, Rebecca. So in Minecraft right now, for those of you who don't know, Megan and I are doing a every achievement in Bedrock Minecraft run. There are 111 achievements. We're at like 90. And most of the achievements we're close to, I would say. Some of them... Oh, shit. I was supposed to sneak past it. Some of them we were supposed to... Oh, I can't hit that. All right. Oh. Oh, no. I would say the rest of them are all like kind of tied to each other. The rest of the achievements. So we are not going to be done after tonight. We probably have, I would say, 2 to 3 weeks more at least of gaming still to do in Minecraft and achievement hunting. And that's if things go well, which I'm not sure that they will. So after that, we are going to do another co-op game. However, we actually started it on the end of lunch stream. Sorry, of Halloween stream. And we're going to play, I think we're going to play, what's it called? Luigi's Mansion 3, which we really like. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3, which is a lot of fun. Move that to 3. All right, we'll use this on the robots. But yeah. That's my goal, at least. Is to do that. Yeah? Okay, good. Lost, how's your day going, man? Sorry, Lost. Shit. I meant surprise, but also Lost, I hope your day is going well, too. My bad. Okay. Well, let's pop in here. Sounds good. Unfortunately, I'm rarely awake for evening streams. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
System.
Dude, this electric gun is... I don't know. This electric gun is so good. Silver... sorry, Seer says... it's fun to watch you young people play Minecraft or after Microsoft got a hold of it. I love playing it, but I can hardly keep up with it. It does change quite a bit. It's changed... That's what I hear anyways. It's changed, a lot. Yeah. It's fun though. I'm glad you found the playthrough on YouTube, Seer. Okay, so we can go down there. Nothing else over here, right? All right, I guess we're going down there. All right.
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps. And if you don't
Cycle
know
the
what that
droplet
means,
pumps.
look for a command that says cycle droplet pumps.
I literally was like, what's cycle droplet pumps mean? And they're like, cycle the droplet pumps is the command you're looking for. Okay, good to know. I love the fucking leveling up music. Holy cow. It's so cool. Okay. Well. I think with as well at... I could do this too. Medical could be nice. We can repair stuff in our inventory if we did this. Let's do it. At least that much. Let's see here. Do dialogue. Actually, I don't know. Remember lockpick? I do really like lockpick. All right, we'll do that. Sure. You're just getting started with Minecraft. There's another portal in the end to go through. Is this the one that takes us to the... What's that one? Another portal in the end. Apparently it's going to be a little bit, Rebecca. Apparently we still have a lot to do. Are you intentionally going through without companions? So, no. Is it Parvati? Is that the companion I'm supposed to be using? I don't know where she went. I was playing with her for a second and I don't know where she went. All right, so we have another perk here to decide on. Maximum carrying capacity. That one. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're doing that one. All right. We carry so much more stuff. She's stuck in a door, probably. How do I get her to come to me? Hey, come back. How do I do that? Do I know? Also, I have got to buy some ammo for this thing. All right, let's do this. There's the terminal. Nikki over here is like, what are you doing? Cycle droplet pumps. Let's go. Oh, tab is the button I missed. Meant.
The temperatures are dropping.
Great.
Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
All right, let's get out of here. Maybe after that quest you did with her, she went back somewhere. Pravati is my favorite part of this game. We got to get her out whenever she's stuck. So how do we get her? Oh, shoot. How do we get her? Will she show up on my map? I agree. We do have to get her. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Crap. Yo, is my headphones not plugged in? Nick says you get a run in this morning, man. I did not. I'm actually getting a run in this afternoon. What about you? You run this morning? Oh, yeah, I've got 8 to 10 miles to do this this evening, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, that's a big jump. Oh, just broke a leg. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't know, Nikki. I had her like when we arrived here, I think. Let me find her. We'll find her as soon as we talk to Junlei here. I like Pravati a lot. Pravati's my in-game girlfriend. What? You didn't hear me say that. What?
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off
That's right,
my
Nick. My bad.
shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive.
Hey, that's me.
If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Premium meds. Ooh! What's it like being in command around here, Junlei? Nick got a haircut. Nick is looking fresh, though. Nick's looking fresh.
Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
Tell me about your family. I'm curious about your family. Yeah. It's a family business, right?
Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the
It's my
ground.
grandma.
My grandmother, Chief Gaying, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died.
Aw.
Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
So do you have a daughter that you're trying to transition your command to? Condolences. Yeah, I'm sure those were big shoes to fill.
Appreciate it. There wasn't much that took me by surprise about the job, but the little things you never expect or think about, they add up over time. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker.
I can. Yeah.
This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
I like your last name too, Junlei. So who's your successor?
You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when.
Yeah. Where's the self-destruct mechanism? What do you mean?
I hope that was a joke, Captain.
Oh my god, it was a joke. It was totally a
I
joke.
yelled at that thing years ago. Now it brews a stim that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. Family recipe.
Chat, it's our favorite. It's our favorite. Can I get some nanner spanks in the chat, please? Nanner spank me daddy. In the chat. Nanner spank me daddy. I just have to nanner spank me daddy. All right, back to my other questions.
Got my attention.
You don't have a lot of faith in the board.
You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
Rebecca says, what? Okay, nanner spank me daddy. It's my favorite phrase in this entire game, nanner spank. We talked about the other day what potentially that means. Not to kink shame, but what it maybe means. You must not like Udom very much.
I like to think of myself as a nice person, but if that gaudy embassy of his was on fire, I might hold my breath a moment before activating the sprinkler system.
Oh, shit.
The board wants control over
Let 'em burn.
Groundbreaker, and leeches like Udom Bedford will do anything to please their corporate masters.
How do you keep the board at a safe distance?
I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that change.
I'd like to see that change too, Junlei. Maybe we should enter a partnership. You keep running this ship exactly the way you are, and I'll go fuck up the board. I don't know. In some way, shape, or form. All right.
Hey, you the one who fixed those radiators? Nice
Oh my
work.
God, shut up with the news.
Whenever you're free, let's have a chat.
Edna, I'm gonna talk to you in 2 seconds, okay? I have to wait until this is done.
But a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question.
Yo, we succeeded at that quest, which is great. It also gave us so much inventory space, which is great news. Which is great news. Oh.
Performance enhancing stims.
There we go.
A toss ball first. Coaches and referees are
All right, let's just talk to her. Hey, Edna.
You aiming to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time.
Leon's back. Leon, you missed the nanner spank. Why would we run out of time? Yeah, why would we run out of time, Edna? The fuck?
Me? No. But our relaying capabilities? That's on the final countdown.
Final
We're going offline
countdown.
in 3, 2, 1.5. No. Wait, I've lost track of my weeks. Maybe it was 36 or sometime dire soon.
Sometime dire soon. Holy shit, why are you about to lose your communication capabilities?
Our primary relay station's soon to be
Please, tell me.
occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or thereabouts. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the station. We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago.
Okay.
We can't spare people for routine maintenance.
Lost, I don't know how I had 833 shotgun ammo. I don't think it's shotgun ammo. I think it's like light ammo or something like that. I think that's how it works. Shotguns in this game. We might just want to use our shotgun forever, right? So how are you cut off by losing one relay station?
Well, we wouldn't be utterly and completely blacked out, but we'd lose
I'll
the
take a look at
majority
that,
of our
Lost.
comm traffic for sure.
It's a great question.
Ships and colonies on Terra 2 need a clear line from their communications towers to the groundbreaker
Okay.
for the transmissions to make it through. If it's not clear, they transmit to the closest relay station, which stores the message, then passes it along when our orbits align.
Okay. Guys, do you guys think this is really sassy of me? I'm going to text Megan. And if she responds, I'm going to ask her to bring me a drink. Do you think she'll respond? This is like a spoil Ryan that's happening right now. Okay. So what about the other auxiliary relay stations? Or ships relaying messages to each other?
That they can and they do, but only between ships owned by the same corporation.
Oh,
No corp will authorize sending messages through a ship owned by a rival.
that's a good point.
And no corp will relay messages for the Wildcat freighters, not without charging them more than they'll make in a single haul anyway.
Okay.
That's why we're the message
You
hub.
need
The
information,
Groundbreaker's neither corporate owned nor board controlled. Our comms are
infrastructure.
neutral.
Cool. So what about the other auxiliary relay stations?
The others won't be in orbital range during the occlusion event. Isn't it some law of the universe? The relay I gotta rely on is, of course, the one on the Fritz.
Everything that can go wrong will go wrong? All right, cool. So it sounds like you need to get this station back online.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to approve the budget for a diagnostic expedition. But
Great.
allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by Junlei. The chief.
So you want me to do it? So you want me to do it? Let me do it.
I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky, or I'll get my approval in time. Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta
Okay.
forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh?
Okay, so how long have... First off, there's backup messages in the thing. How long have those messages been there?
The relay stations orbit the edge of the Halcyon system, so they tend to receive the majority of any transmissions from Earth. I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk messages just waiting for me to sort through.
You just let them sit there?
It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning only folks in Byzantium
Gotcha.
can afford them.
Okay, so we have a new quest, which is to... Where'd it go? The distress signal? Nope. Nope. This one. I want to set that as active. We have to go to this old station and bring it online. That speaks to me. So the way I would like to play the game is to help the people that I see, that I most often see eye to eye with, and I kind of agree with morally or ethically, or feel compassion for. And these people I feel compassion for. So we're going to maybe do that first. Lost says, I'm headed to sleep now. I'm getting tired AF. I'll probably put the stream on the background. Small sounds, stuff in my room creep me out. Oh, no. Yeah, of course. Thanks for the lurk. Sleep really well, Lost. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. See ya. So, Nikki, what do you do to pass the time, by the way? Are you a student? Do you work? Do you have any hobbies? All right, so let's go find Parvati. Then let's go to the station. You know? Let's do it. Parvati is priority number 1, though. All right. Parvati. Also, I need to grab a drink because I am thirsty. You mean I can use this? I didn't know I could use this thing. Messages? Nikki says, I work as a software tester, which gives me a lot of flexibility to have things on in the background while I do the more mindless parts of my job. I do a lot of reading. I try to get back into writing. I play video games. Yo, so how long have you worked as a software tester? And what kind of software, if you don't mind me asking? We got a lot to ask. We got a lot to ask about there. Hey, I landed like 15 minutes ago. This crazy guy with no shoes on has been throwing shit at my rig. Like actual shit. Can I open fire or what? Don't bother, we're on our way. Alright, chat. I need to go grab a drink. I'll be back 2 seconds. Then we'll find Parvati. Ooh, fancy cinematic. Alright. Very cool. Nikki says almost 6 years total. I've been at my current company for almost 2 years. I work in ad tech. My current company work with like 2,500 websites to make sure their ads work on their blogs. It's the basic overview. It's a weird part of software testing. For a very short period of time, I thought about doing QA for games, but it just felt like that'll ruin them for me entirely. Ooh. Quality assurance? Yeah, I agree. All right, got my drink. That's funny. Interesting.
Have either of the assault cruisers ever put into Groundbreaker?
Let's see if we can get Parvati back. I think she might be on here. Interesting. You like the work, okay, Nikki?
A second?
Is this another companion? Sear says you should also check out Adults Only Minecraft. A bunch of people over 21 playing very different worlds. At one point, they have a stream called Beyond Uranus. Interesting. That sounds funny. Sounds really funny. How long have they been doing that for, Sear? What's up?
Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
You're pretty eager to throw in with somebody you don't know.
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
Why should I hire you?
You're serious. You're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang.
And/or outlaw gang. I'm enjoying this. Go on.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's a second draft.
I hit a different button.
I am
Damn it.
highly personable and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion. Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is a
Yeah, it needs work. It needs a lot of work. So, one second. Nikki says it's a good day job. I'm lucky to have it. I got my degree in gender studies. It saved me from having to go to grad school. Gotcha. Yeah, sounds awesome. I went to grad school and it did not have anything to do with my eventual day job. So I'm mostly teasing. It ended up having something to do with it. But all right, let's let him continue.
Additionally,
Did we take this guy with
I
us?
have several years of experience as a box
I think we may.
owner. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire. In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and or outlaw
In
gang.
conclusion,
I look forward to our adventures together. What do you think? Am I in?
so if we let this guy in, it doesn't take Parvati off, right? I haven't made up my mind. How about an interview?
Sure, an interview. That sounds fair. I mean, first time for everything, right? Ask me anything you like.
AMA. So, Nikki says, what's your day job? What'd you go to school for? I always assumed English, but I don't actually know. Yeah, so I went to school for English for undergrad, and then I got a creative writing master's degree. And then I worked, as of August of this year, I worked as a writer at a university. Now I work as a freelancer. I left that job and decided to go full-time freelancing like a couple months ago. So, yep, I work as a writer. So, in a way, I used my degree, but I didn't really use my grad degree. Exactly. So what's the value of pie?
It's delicious.
That's a great answer.
Mock
You're
apple pie
hired.
and a tripicale crust, maybe with a little cream on top. Classic.
Classic. Perfect. You're hired. So are you any good in a fight?
Are you kidding? I love a good fight. One time, I took an autoloader's head clean off its servos with one swing of a tossball stick. You can count on me in a scrap, boss. That's a promise.
Seer, do you like to play any different mods in Minecraft? Are there any different mods that you like? Martin says 3.1 for delicious. What's your biggest flaw, Felix?
Foreman told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with jackasses. So yeah, I guess my biggest flaw is that I don't suffer
Oh,
idiots.
shit.
Hope that's not a deal breaker.
Of course, Rebecca. Yeah. Take your time. Sounds good. All right, this guy's hired. I don't know.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that.
I think I like him.
Thanks, boss. You're not going to regret this.
I may regret this. We'll see. That is for me to decide. Let's see if we can get Parvati out. Let's see.
Why was I built to feel ennui?
Ada, you all right? Why was I built to feel ennui? She says. I hear that actually. I feel that deeply. There's Parvati.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it?
There she is. There's our girl. So what do you think of the ship, Parvati? I'm so sorry that I've left you here for the last many hours while I just went and explored the town because you thought that you needed to talk to me in order to go explore the town. You don't need to talk to me. You're your own person here. I want you to come with me when you can, but if you'd like. What do you think of the ship, Parvati?
That's in pretty good shape considering
There's
how
our
hard Mr.
girlfriend.
Hawthorne ran it.
I mean, friend.
It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space, but didn't change the stock engines.
Yes,
touch under
Scoosh.
powder,
Block
huh?
2. A2.
Accurate
Yes.
in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Martin says, can we add I may regret this to the list of quotes? Martin, yes. Post in the Discord about it and I'll remind Mars. Yeah. I may regret this is definitely a quote. That's the ship's computer. It's not intelligent, but it does a good imitation.
So you're gonna call her it, not she?
Though my voice is currently pitched to suggest female.
There you go. I was just not
no gender.
assuming a
Any
gender.
pronoun preferred by the user is acceptable.
Hello. I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Have you guys seen the TikTok audio?
Speech recognition
Wow,
is one of the
I
many
cannot
skills
believe
I've
it.
been programmed to simulate.
That is shocking and
You're
upsetting.
not simulating it, you're doing it. I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
So Nikki says, what kind of writing do you do for the university? What was it like getting your MFA in creative writing? Which seems super terrifying to me personally, but this is coming from someone who wishes they'd push themselves more to pursue creative writing in academia. So the short answer, Nikki, is that creative writing in the university setting is basically mostly about fundraising. So it's mostly about like telling stories of donors to other donors, telling stories of students or professors or whatever to donors, telling stories. It's all like vaguely in some way, shape, or form donation or fundraising related. So I do a lot of like writing about that stuff. I do a lot of like editing and proofing. Yeah. What do you think, Pravati? Is this safe to fly now that we got the regulator?
I don't see any holes in the hull.
I'll get to
take
your
a good
second
squint
question
at
in a
her to
second.
Make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches.
Cooking
You
with
can do that,
plasma
you know.
torches, by the way.
My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch.
Chat! Did you just read that? My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch. I'm not the only one whose dad taught them a trashy way to make grilled cheese. My version, you put some bread in the toaster, you take it out, put some cheese on it, you throw it in the microwave. It's incredible. Grilled cheese. Parvati and I are literally meant to be together. Meanwhile, while I'm upstairs playing this game, talking about my in-game girlfriend while my wife is downstairs, reading a book that was a wedding gift to us, which is about love. And I went downstairs to grab my drink, and she's like crying on the couch. And I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's a sad part of the book." And I'm like, "Oh man, you're so sweet." Okay, so did you learn your trade from your father? It sounded like it when you talked to Reed.
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
I don't see the humor.
He meant funny as in odd.
Gotcha.
It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I
know,
tested
right,
out
Rebecca?
for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
But you are actually good at this, and you do enjoy it.
Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling.
Nikki, what do you try to write? You said that you are trying to get back into writing, and that you wish you'd done more creative writing. What do you write? So after school, you moved straight back to Edgewater?
Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed.
I'm sorry. I should have brought it up.
I miss him, sure enough. But he's a fond memory. I was right beside him when he passed, holding his hand. Talking about him makes me smile. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh, look at the time. Sorry to bend your ear so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
Okay, well, there's Parvati. So if I leave now, will she come with me? Also, Felix is supposedly somewhere in here, so that's something. We have lots to figure out here. Let's see if Felix is in here. He's not? Okay. Yeah, Nikki, I did get my MFA in creative writing. Sorry, this game is a little tough sometimes to talk through because there's just so much dialogue. And it's like, not so much dialogue, but also kind of deep dialogue where like you really, I feel like I need to actually spend a little bit of time with it. Yeah. So I did get my my creative writing degree, my MFA. I liked it a lot. I learned a lot. I also just loved being in California. Yeah, I'm happy I did it. It was really tough, but I enjoyed it. I still hope to write a bunch in the future. I don't write a ton at this moment, mostly because almost everything I do is spent on, almost all my time is spent on stream, but yeah. There's Parvati. See if I can talk to her.
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern.
Okay, I just wanted to see if she would say anything. No, Nikki, it's great. I'm loving getting a chance. So what I really love is the chance that streaming gives to like talk about this exact stuff. So I'm. Oh, that's for switching your points around. No, I'm very into this. Prose mostly. I've been trying to focus on short stories so I can practice finishing. Interesting. I rediscovered a play I was working on in 2012 about a week ago. I'm trying to figure out what to do with that, but I'm not sure yet. Sometimes it feels like there's not enough time between a day job and stuff outside of work. It never feels like there's enough time. Let's go find what's his nuts. Felix. Have you ever written on stream? I have written on stream. Yes. A couple times. I've done it. I actually wrote my vows on stream, which is a whole nother story.
Good to see you, boss.
Hey, Mr. Game & Watch. How's it going? Felix, how you doing? How'd you end up on the Groundbreaker?
Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back bays.
Straight answer.
Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there, watching ships roll in and take off. I always wondered when my ship would come. I was what folks on the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible. Life carried on for everybody else, but not for me. I had to make my own way.
He was a stowaway. Okay. Interesting. Game & Watch says, I think most older writers like to be away from computers or internet in general when writing. Is that true for you? Do you write, Mr. Game & Watch? I always have access to the internet, and I almost always do it via my computer. I've done a decent amount of handwriting stuff before, but I still do it with my computer right there. But yeah, I've written on stream a good chunk, actually. I was working on a book kind of right before I started streaming, and I haven't finished it yet. So there's that. Stowaway.
That's what they called us. Orphans with no family, no company to take us in, nowhere to go but the back bays. The word's a touch kindlier than rung leech, but the meaning's just as clear. If you can't support your own self, you don't deserve to be on the Groundbreaker.
So how'd you manage?
Same way we all do. Look for work and hope somebody would give me a shot. Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I never got on.
Interesting. Yeah, that incident with the tossball stick, I saw that.
Could be I was overreacting. A better man might have turned the other cheek. Exercised a little bit of that, what's the word? Restraint? But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a tossball stick, that felt good. That felt real good. You ought to try it.
If we have a disagreement, I expect you to be, civilized?
Oh, I can do civilized. Proper civilized, too. Genuflecting and everything.
Genuflecting and everything.
I caught a real lucky break.
Felix,
if you hadn't picked me up,
your
I'd
hair
still be back at the docks. Waiting
looks
for the day
like
my ship arrives.
you haven't showered in approximately a year. Have you? When's the last time you showered? How can I ask that question? I'm glad you're not wasting your life hauling boxes, Felix.
Yeah. I guess my ship did arrive in the end.
There you go.
I've got you to thank for that. Thanks for listening, boss. Let's get going.
So will they both be my companions? I'm a little confused about that, but... Seer says, I love trying different textures. I'm not really far enough from a Luddite to download mods yet. I was an accountant until the mid-80s. I drove my own cab for 23 years after that. I thought about writing a book about my time driving my cab, but I just haven't yet. Too much Minecraft, WoW, and others. Wow. Interesting, Seer. Yeah, you should write a book. I bet you have crazy interesting stories about it. Crazy interesting stories about it. I do love compound interest, Seer. I do love compound interest. Aeonod says, I saw Fran's in an interview where he said his writing computer is totally disconnected from the internet to avoid distraction. I don't write it, but if I did, I'd have to put away all my technology to focus. If I'm reading a book, I need to put my phone totally away or I get distracted. Yeah, I think that's just like anything, though. I think it's so different person to person. Like, so different. And it's just, writing a book is like anything. People just find a way. And there's no... The more writers I've talked to, this was happening in grad school when I talked to, like... I'd have a chance to talk to more famous writers or well-established writers or whatever. Everybody always wants to ask about process. In the end, it's just like, no two processes are exactly the same. There's a lot of differences. You know, I'm sure for some, the internet is a complete hindrance and it would never allow them to finish. Others, it's very necessary. So I think a lot of great writers just write without computers at all. I think a lot of great writers write in all of the different ways that all writers write. I don't think that it's necessarily that. It's probably generational, like you're talking about, yeah. But I think generational is just more about how you started writing, probably. Let's go to Relay GB23. I'm nervous. Rebecca's back. It's interesting. I could never be one of the people who hand wrote for that long just because... I could never. I probably could, but my hand starts cramping, man. Nikki says, I've seen a few people who write on stream. It's interesting. I thought about doing it, but I'm not sure how it would go. Streaming is interactive by nature. Writing feels very solitary. What I've seen a lot of time is people who are critiquing other people's work on stream or doing writing sprints together. Yeah, that sounds right. Still the like type of community. I've not had a lot of luck writing on stream. It's been very difficult for me to write on stream. But I've done it a couple times. Hemingway said, write drunk, edit sober. I think that's important advice. Actually think that's important advice? Or no?
Welcome back, Captain.
Let's see what Ada's doing.
Of assistance.
Well, I just wanted to check in. I wanted to ask about this distress call.
Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth.
Is that a young Phineas? No, it's somebody else.
If anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No.
Oh, shit.
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw.
Dude. Stephen Crane. Who's Cortez the writer? Cortez the writer? Stephen Crane, George Bernard Shaw. They use all these authors' last names for characters here. Rebecca says, don't get him started on compound interest. Chat, do you guys know how compound interest works? It's really a beautiful thing. Nikki says, I wonder if it's just that it comes down to the time during which the person really started getting their writing legs. GRRM still writes on his ancient-ass computer. GRRM. Who's that? GRRM. George R.R. Martin, obviously. Good call, good call. Okay, so...
I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
Ada, I also request that you don't wake me if I'm sleeping upon your return. Rebs with the assist. Indeed. Major assist there. Let's pick this lock. Nothing in there that I actually want. Damn. She says I used to write with freehand, but I now have trimmers and I can't read it. I did. So the last thing I did was I tried to write something every single day, handwritten for a year, which was good. It was a good project. I liked the handwriting part of it. Let's take our hammer. It was different. The thing with handwriting that I thought that was difficult was select up to 2 companions. All right, let's take them both. Is that with handwriting, my I think basically the short answer is there's no wrong way to write. The way that is easiest for you to write is the way that you should write. For me, with handwriting, my brain would get too far ahead because it took me longer to actually write the words. My brain would get too far ahead, and then I'd like lose the swing of things.
A relay station all the way out here.
Captain, this place is supposed to be empty, yeah? Because I got the queerest feeling.
You got the queerest feeling, huh? I mean, there's something in there for sure. 100%. Rebecca says I still need to finish those books. Hello, backlog. The Song of Ice and Fire books, the Game of Thrones books. I don't know. I mean, I think he also still needs to finish them, so that's good. Whether or not you finish them, I think he still needs to finish them. Combat drone? Great. Can't wait.
Processing.
Oh yeah, we're gonna sneak in. We're gonna sneak in.
Here we go.
Probably shouldn't have done that. A tactical shotgun? Sure. I'm nervous. Rebecca's read the first 3? That is a lot, though. Game & Watch says question. Yeah, go for it.
You gotta get past that armor.
Oh, we're gonna do this one? This one.
Keep it up!
Everybody okay? Great.
Oh, we're great. Hey, Tub. Tub says, why read the books if there's the TV series? Great question. I have a little bit of temptation to read the books too, though, you know? Because if it's a success, here's what I think is the temptation about reading the Game of Thrones books. If it's a success, you have a world of distraction ahead. You have so much distraction ahead. Pickaxe. You have hours, hundreds of hours of a world to enter. Is that melee weapon any good? I don't know. I haven't really used it yet. Hi, Tub. Are there any classics or good books that involve an election? Game & Watch says, as part of the plot. I'm trying to think of any. I don't know. Classic or good books that involve an election. Tub says the Orestia. I've had to start this is phrase journal. I've had to start a new journal. I cannot read my previous entries without the whispers tempting me. The whispers do not stop. Every person I see, the whispers tell me to help them. They show me the pain and longing hiding in their eyes. They tell me how these people want, no need, the gifts that I can give. All it would take is a few moments with a blade, a bright, bright fountain of crimson to delight the... Okay, Dexter. All right, Dexter, chill. It gets harder and harder to stop myself. I saw a friend today, an old friend from school who's now a doctor for Auntie Cleo. I told him about my dreams. Nothing outright. Oh no, I'm not so foolish as that. I told him it was an old book I'd found. Described my dreams and whispers as happening to a character in the book. I asked him how he'd help this character. He looked at me and he knew. He knew. The whisper told me to end his pain, that he would tell. I got up. I left quickly. I did not hurt him. I have to leave Byzantium. He will tell. I must find a secret place, a place I can be alone, a place with no whispers. What the fuck? What the fuck? Do you guys have guns, by the way? So that means a serial killer kind of type person is out here and took over this place and killed people. That's what that means. Right? And that's probably why they're all dead. Tubbs says, I'm alright. My head hurts a bit, but nothing to worry about. I can't think of any books with elections in the plot. Yeah. I wonder if there's a reason for that. Like elections not feeling terribly linked to one person's, capabilities kind of thing. Like one person's decisions not feeling terribly like central to a character plot or something.
Nice.
Rebecca says I downloaded a mod for Fallout 4 that lets you keep your own journal during your wasteland adventure. Good for the RPG. Interesting. The Orestia is the only surviving trilogy from ancient Greece. I knew Tub would be referencing something old. Oh, hello. What's up, guys? Novels about elections. It's a Wikipedia page. You have to get your companions armor and weapons, yeah? At least if I remember correctly. Oh, well, there you go. Angels and Demons. I've read that. Dan Simmons? Dan Simmons? No, not Dan Simmons. What's his name? Fucking, what's the guy's name? Not Dan Simmons. Hi, Mars. Mars says, look at Ryboy, what a boob. Can't wait to say hi to YouTube. Have you seen this guy try to play this game? Well, now, wait a minute. What a minute. What's his name? His name's got something to do with stuff you can get from wheat farms. Oh, that's right. It's Noodle Arms. Wow, Mars. The work you put into that one. Why do I always do this? I always do that. I always try to use mechanical, like, I always try to use actual guns on robots. Doesn't work. Great, Mars. Brian won't say boob. He won't say boob, indeed. He wants to shield your eyes from hearing the word boob. Thanks for the 10 bits, Mars. How you doing? Hello, hello. Is this another journal? Oh, God. Angels and Demon, that's a throwback? I know. I read that in I was probably 14. 12 years ago? Yeah, that's it. I was just thinking probably 13 years ago. Game & Watch. What do I call you again? Do you have a name you prefer to go by? I'm so sorry if I don't remember. I think I had to go to the theater and watch Angels and Demons in high school. Haven't read the book though. Mars is redeemed. Give the dogs a treat. Give me a second and I think they're sleeping with Megan. I'll double check. Napping. I'll double check. Game & Watch says you're about to blow up on Twitch. You're streaming every day. It's all about that consistency. Hey, thanks, man. That's very sweet of you. I'm trying to stream every day, not to blow up on Twitch. To stream every day. The whispers have a source, and I have found it. So we have a serial killer here who gets whispers from people he wants to kill. I've taken refuge in an orbital relay station. It is smaller than a worker's hovel, barely a few thousand square meters. Sufficient for my needs. I was able to flee Byzantium with enough bits to purchase supplies to last for decades. It was strange being among common people on the Groundbreaker. The whispers barely stirred at the sight of their ill-fed, scarred, and unwashed bodies. If only there were fewer freighters docking there, bringing real people from Byzantium, I could almost have made a home free of temptation. Free. As I made this place livable, or as much as it can be, I started hearing the whispers from the relay terminal. They told me to listen to the voices traveling from the ether to reach me, through the ether to reach me. Calling out to me to help them, alone, lonely, needing my help. I found a way to power down the transmitter. No more voices in the ether. No more whispers. They fell silent. Silent. This was not me. It's not. I am not this foul thing that I have feared for so long. It was the voices in the ether trying to make me hurt others, but I was stronger than they. I have defeated them. I've already begun making plans to return to my home. Now that the whispers are defeated, I can resume my life again. I can't wait to return. I miss my family and coworkers, especially Delilah. Wonder who Delilah is. Do I know a Delilah? A Delilah? All right. He's defeated the shit. Turns out. Light ammo. Give me that shit for sure. All right, chat. I'll be right back. I'm going to go check on the dogs. Ooh, heavy ammo. Tander, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Hey, doctor. How's it going? Be right back. Come here, boys. You guys want treats? Oh, Hero wants a treat. Tander, I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the follow. Alright, come here. Oh yeah, that's from Mars. Yep. Hey, thank you, Mars. Thank you. You're a good boy, Hero. This is Hero. Everybody say hello to Hero. Kingsley. Treat. Come on. Hero wants it so bad. Kingsley. Alright, I'm just gonna give an extra one to Hero. Kingsley's cuddling his mom. He's coming? There he is. He was sleepy. Doctor, how's your day going? Hi. Nope, no, it's from Kingsley. It's for Kings. Come on, Kings. For Kings. Kingsley, come here. Hey, don't cheat. That's from Mars. Say thanks, Mars. Say thanks. Tanner says, thank you. I just enjoyed your videos on YouTube. Oh, hey, what video were you watching on YouTube, Tanner? All right. Shit. There we go. Let's see. I need to look at some old comments. Sorry. Rebecca says our community's grown a lot in this past year. I wish I knew how many followers you had when I joined, Ryan. Mars says, I think I can find that out. That info is on Streamlabs. Sear says, my uncle showed me compound interest by making me put money into savings until I reached 1,000, then put it into a certificate deposit, and put the dividends into the savings account, repeat the process. That was back when CDs paid way more. I know exactly what you're talking about. My mom tried to talk me into CDs back in the day when CDs actually made money. Back in the day. Thanks so much for watching this episode of our Outer Worlds Let's Play series. If you liked what you saw, I would really appreciate a like underneath the video. Otherwise, we'll see you at the same time, same place tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.